1 second, guys. I know the audio is out. I'm just fixing it briefly. Should be back up in a second. If it stops breaking. Okay, we should be good now. Yep. Yeah, there's still no audio. What the fuck, man? I am so tired of this. No, it's gonna be from everybody. You're the only one talking, so. It's the worst fucking program. Alright, hopefully there's audio now.
Is there audio now?
Can you hear us now?
Yay!
Yeah, we're good?
Yeah. Woo.
Awesome. All right, let me try again.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gadia, where the populace are at the mercy of elemental chaos, unpredictable weather, and strange green people that are willingly let into your homes at night. Our story this evening continues to follow the adventures and mishaps of a group that is very close friends of mine. Don't ask them, though. We try to keep it quiet. Known as The Measure, as they seek to help protect the home of Grey Stand. Our home of Grey Stand. During our session tonight, to all of you wonderful people in chat, we will be interacting with you all to the best of our ability. But so as to not break the flow of any scene going on, the role play that we take part in here, we will be primarily responding through chat. We do take a short break around 9:30 though, and when we come back, we'll have a few moments to check in with all of you and see how you're doing. And last but not least, while you are here in chat hanging out with us, be sure to be excellent to each other. And before we roll into the usual stuff, I do want to say Happy New Year. I hope everybody had a great New Year thing, whatever you do, whether that's go to sleep at, before midnight or stay up until midnight.
I'm on team sleep.
Yeah, I think I fell asleep 5 minutes before midnight. But yes, Happy New Year to everybody. I really look forward to 2024 with this wonderful group of people. So I'm excited to see what we accomplish. Yurko, things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey yo. Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. I run an actual play podcast starring our very own JT and Sora. It is set in New York. There's a lot of wild stuff that's happening. If you're into vampire stories or drama, you should check it out. Give me a moment and I will post my link tree in the chat, and you can find links to my YouTube channel and to various podcast platforms where you could check out our show. It's called Kindred of New York.
Yeah. Get to watch two things we shouldn't do in public. That sounds wrong. You'll understand if you listen.
Yeah, they...
Yes.
I say they. JT fucked up.
Man. And anything else? Trish?
If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified. The first time that I miss a Thursday 9 a.m. upload, I am required to wear a chicken suit the following week, so don't remind me.
Is that a constant motivator now?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was the 1 week.
Oh no, I made a tweet on the BBEG account and said
I saw.
that's for all year. So
Oh,
so that first miss, I have to buy a chicken suit and wear it.
you know, if you wanted, you mentioned this last time we talked about, you could make it rent it in a chicken suit regardless of whatever week it is. If that's just something that makes it more enticing for you.
I really just don't want to own a chicken suit. Like I feel like I'm not gonna need it. Also, I have to order one off of Amazon and just kind of hope for the best. Like it's not like it's Halloween and I could go to the store and just fucking try it on. Like
Yeah.
so.
That's too funny.
They do costume rentals at Halloween. I don't know if they have services at all.
I think they do. I don't know. Why the music? It didn't really quiet, right? Yes.
Why is the rum gone?
Why is the rum gone? Anyway.
It wasn't me.
The rum is always.
Last week on Welcome to Graceland, the Measure were propelled forward across numerous planes of existence, being sent back to the Iris Forest from the realm of Mistletoe within plane of Arcadia, with the help of a Fey being they came to know as Holly. While they were in the realm of Mistletoe, Jules appeared, and now that they are back in the material realm, he is still present with them and no longer a prisoner to the necklace around River's neck.
How'd that happen?
While traveling through the wood to head back to their home of Grey Stand, they came across a clearing of wildflowers, including some flowers that are used as ingredients in creating healing potions, the recipe that Tim's sister Talia created shortly before her path. While finding a place to camp for the night, Rena made use of the item that was gifted to her while in Arcadia, providing the group with a large structure from small to large to relax in. Before coming to a long rest, for the evening, the Measure is I just can't talk. There's a knock at the door. Damn it.
Take a deep breath and start
A
over.
verdant Fey individual by the name of Lilius coming to inspect what this strange building is in her forest. After some quick discussion, Lilius was let into the cabin. Conversation continuing about her role in the forest and her familiarity with the individual. Later on during the night, Tim's visited by one of the will-o-wisps that he's anticipated the arrival from, and with the help of Rarissa, put the will-o-wisp. How we left off the last session, with Tim and Rarissa off in the woods, not too far from. And we can come in right at that, you two, if you have anything you want to pick up from there. As
Nope, we have extra stuff to do.
she's fucking right. Thank you.
So we are starting off the new year with everybody rolling for initiative.
Yo, damn it, that too.
What?
What?
Roll for initiative.
For the new year.
Initiative for what?
Initiative.
I don't know if I like. I
Can
feel
I
like
get
this.
Can I get a nat 1 and just not participate in anything for the rest of the year? Because that
Yeah.
sounds great.
I feel like this creates a rather adversarial relationship with the new year. Personally,
Well, I mean, nowadays every year is adversarial. Sora saw something on Twitter, TikTok, where someone was rolling for initiative for the new year, and I thought that'd be a fun tradition since we roll initiative almost every week.
Look, if you ever thought time wasn't your enemy, you've been perceiving life wrong, all right?
What are you doing, Amber?
I'm asking the chat if I should use biggest purple dice.
Oh, bigger or
Turn,
smaller, Chad?
here.
Nobody cares. It's fine.
Use the large one.
The big ones I feel like always backfire.
Mhm.
Like you're gonna hurt something.
Like I have more potential rolls and more sides that it's gonna roll to.
Petruzzi says big. Roll
All right,
big.
Petruzzi says big. You know what? I have to roll this on the floor because my dice tray is only like.
Is everyone
big.
ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think the cat's ready.
Is it better or worse if the number's higher? Because I got a 19.
I don't know. Oh, I rolled a 4. What'd you roll,
9.
Cassidy?
9.
Okay, what'd you roll, Ulrich?
2.
Marissa?
Oh, 2.
What was it?
One.
Hear you.
I
Oh,
can't
you're
hear
muted.
Riri, come back.
I rolled a 10.
10! Rena, what'd you say you got?
19.
19.
And Tim?
7.
Oh man, me, Ulrich, and Tim are at the bottom of the. All right, well,
Hey,
That's bottom
guys
of
are
the
bottom.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
I gotta say,
That's an annual turn order.
feels pretty normal for me.
But were you in the forest?
I can be a
JT.
bottom.
But it doesn't fucking.
What is that?
It's my Morrigan dice.
Oh, nice.
It's one of them.
One of them, yeah. I thought there was another one too. Yeah, I was like, I know others. All right, let's see. And
We
there's
also
one other.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
We
Tell
also have our inspiration questions.
them. Hey.
You're my inspiration.
Then we can play,
Then we can play.
I guess.
You have to do your questions and then you can play.
All right. All right, Marissa, you're first for inspiration. Let me find your. It's a long list to go through. So, chat at the beginning of every month, I ask each individual an in-character question or a question for them to answer about their character. And as long as they give me something better than a yes or a no answer, they get inspiration. I have a list of questions that I had acquired somewhere years ago, and so I always record who answers these questions for my own curiosity. And this question I'm about to ask, I have only ever asked Luna. And Luna, or Marissa, your question is, are you susceptible to peer pressure?
In all honesty, I feel like that's very situational for her. Because I feel like if the current group were like, do it, she'd probably be like, yeah, okay, whatever. But if someone else was like, do it, she'd be like, no, why, no?
Okay.
So it depends on the
Like, I don't know you. Why are you
You-
trying to tell me to do something?
So you can be easily influenced by people you. I was gonna say people you respect, but now I realize that that's for you to tell us.
Consider
should
your
trust.
peers.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and give yourself inspiration.
Done.
All right. Next is Rena.
You're.
Okay, so
You know the
This
answer
quest-
to this one.
I do. I feel like this question is a little bit of an odd one for this campaign because this is kind of already established, but there could always be an alternative answer too. But Rena, your question is, if you decided to stop adventuring and settle down, what kind of job would you take?
Might be a fisher. I don't know. Maybe she's gonna take up the smith trade. Go hang out with Cassidy. I don't know.
There you go.
No, obviously fishing would be her retiring. It's not work if you love what you do, question mark. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Ew.
I know. I know. It pained me to say that.
Get your corporate propaganda out of here.
Fucking big fish over here.
sorry, Newt. We love you.
It's okay.
Go ahead and take your inspiration. Cassidy, you're next. Do you admit to mistakes when you make them?
See, Cassidy, at least if we were in the village, Cassidy is very much like trying to pick up the burdens of people around her, so she's always helping. I mean, I feel like she'd probably make mistakes in her personal life. Or in whatever capacity, like anyone's capable of. But I feel like she would not only admit mistakes, but be like very hard on herself for it. Maybe a little too harsh and overcompensate. But yes, she would definitely admit it and try to fix it.
Okay. All right, great. Go ahead and give yourself inspiration. Be inspired. Next up is Tim. Tim, can you tell when someone is flirting with you?
Boy, turn red, and you're muted.
I'm not muted. No. Tim cannot. Not really. The whole thing confuses him.
That's fair.
He's a little lost.
Like second guessing yourself, like, did she? No.
They were just being very kind. That's all. You know?
I can 100% hear or
Like, yes,
imagine Tim saying that.
I am brilliant. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. I do a lot. It's nice to be appreciated.
All right, go ahead. Give yourself inspiration. And last but not least, Ulrich. What's something you're naturally good at?
Okay, so I thought about this, and I feel like there were some obvious answers. But then I realized, and I have not established this yet, Ulrich is naturally very good at cleaning. He keeps a very tidy home, and whatever needs to be like organized or tidy up, he'll take care of it.
Tidy up?
Tidy up?
Okay.
Good to know for regarding the court.
Yeah, hasn't really been able to show it off considering we've been sleeping outdoors. It's not like he's gonna clean the forest. So
we've been gone for how long? You could clean the forest. That would be very respectable.
Yeah.
Not that there's enough civilization out there to merit that yet.
Get out there with a broom and just
I had the idea that Ulrich likes to keep a clean space and he's really good at it, and then I immediately pictured Attack on Titan Captain Levi with the bandana over his mouth, just getting to work.
It kind of makes sense too, because I remember when Ulrich moved into the court, and it was he doesn't have a lot, but everything that you described did in my mind was that's very tidy.
Yeah.
I have a question about the character of Ulrich. Did you draw inspiration from Levi when making him? Because you know what? Now that you mention it, I am seeing some parallels.
Not intentionally, at least. I think I was just tapping into a very similar kind of set of tropes, I think.
Okay.
But you know what?
Good enough.
If you want your Ulrich analog, take a look at Captain Levi. Retroactively, yeah. Birds of a feather.
All right. Well, give yourself inspiration, sir.
Yay.
And now we can come back into this session 34 of Welcome to Greystand as we rejoin Tim and Rarissa on the in the forest where Gloria has just passed from the material plane onto whatever comes for her next.
It was Emily, right?
Emily is the one that guides you or brings you to them.
No, Gloria was the one that guides.
Oh no, you're right. No, yeah.
Emily is the one. She was really starry yellow almost, didn't she?
Mm-hmm. You are correct.
Okay.
I just really like the name Gloria.
I mean, who doesn't?
Gloria.
Gloria
Marissa's
doesn't.
probably gonna just like take her dulcimer and put it on her back and just kind of be like, "Wow, that's always incredible to me that you get to experience things like this."
And I'm glad I got to share it with you. That was amazing. You did a great performance. Man, I did terrible, but you did fantastic. Thank you.
If it makes you feel any better if I was singing, I don't think I'd do any better. Playing's one thing, singing's different.
Got some great fingers there.
Not
You know,
even
they-
5 minutes in. Not
Marissa
even
has
5
been
minutes.
silenced.
Usually I
Mark
use
the
them for
calendar.
stabbing things, but I guess it's nice to use it for making music and stroking things instead.
Oh my fucking god.
The word is strumming.
You don't know what I do.
Oh my god.
I
There's a
warm things up
certain-
in the bed.
No, he no.
Certain intimacy in making music.
Kick down the door and an air guitar.
Okay, I've lost my train of thought. Let's
Where were we?
let's go sit back down on the steps.
Yeah, we were looking at not for wisps, but nice surprise.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
it's a welcome time. I was wondering when they'd show up. I haven't heard from them since the last time that we'd seen them. You were there. So, yeah. Had me a little worried.
Have you had any? You haven't had any between last time and so I've been there for every wisp.
I think so, yeah.
Literally.
You were there for whenever I first made contact with them. And
Oh.
then Gloria came and asked for me to be a sort of shepherd for them. And then there was this one. So, yeah.
Considering you got pretty thrown back the first time, I'm glad you're not at least doing it alone.
So am I.
So when he's alone, that's when he has to be afraid. No.
The wisps attack.
I'll just cast mirror image. It'll be fine.
Oh god. All right. Well, as y'all have a seat back down on the porch, you can give me some perception rolls. I don't think you did that, did you?
I can't remember. Let's
Yeah, I
do
don't
it
recall.
again.
First roll of the new year. What's your roll, Marissa?
I got a kraken.
Oh damn! Net 20. There you go. Very nice. What'd you
Making it a
get?
25 total.
Ooh. What'd you get, Tim?
I got an 18 total.
Wow. Wow. Good start.
Yeah.
Good start.
We are perceiving all the perceivables.
With a nat 20, would she be able to perceive if certain phrases were flirtations or not?
Not to sabotage my peeps, but I feel like that's an insight check.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's that would be more of an insight.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Both are wisdom based.
Just throwing some perceptions out.
That's
Yeah,
for
but
them to decide.
You'd have to ask the person who threw them out there. You know, the implier, not the inferrer. And
I like
what
to
if the implier doesn't know?
He does. I like to just put ideas into the world,
Okay.
and if anybody would like to pluck them, they're welcome to.
That's Amber's flavor of chaos.
They're both
It's
little
true.
lost beans out there on the porch. It's fine.
I'm chaotic good, IRL. Hence, always derailing with jokes. Sorry.
No, thank you.
Well, much like previously this evening, it's calm. It's quiet. It's not too quiet. Because I know someone's going to say it. Yeah. It's peaceful, though. Tim, you probably can perceive that just due to your background, your knowledge, some sort of calm magically has been put around this place where the house is by more than likely by your visitor.
Fighting every urge to just start wandering around trying to find the boundary with detect magic. I'll just sit here on the porch.
Okay. But everything is nice and calm. A non-chaotic night post-twist. And as your watch comes to an end, even though you can't get a clear view of the horizon through the trees, you do start to see as sunlight peeks through. You hear the door open behind you and Jules pops his head out. Everything all right out here?
Oh, hi, Jules.
Hello.
I'd say they're pretty great. And
Good.
quiet.
Not too quiet.
I don't think so.
I mean, okay. Oh, well, good.
How'd you sleep?
Oh, well enough. I don't sleep very long.
How was it to sleep? Have you been sleeping in the necklace? Was it uncomfortable? Did you get body aches? Was there a bed?
He looks confused as he starts to think about, not confused, but like, wait a minute, like something's opening up. He goes, I think that's the first time I've slept in a very long time.
You only slept 4 hours.
Well, that's all I ever remember needing.
Incredible.
Glad you got to sleep for the first time again in a house, in a bed.
Mm-hmm.
In hindsight, it now makes sense why the sheets felt a little smothering. First time in a while.
Dude pulled them over his face.
Is this right? I don't think so. Do my feet go on the pillow or my head?
He also got
Imagine-
beat repeatedly with a pillow beforehand.
Right, yeah.
Imagine not
Tie
sleeping
yourself.
for 1,200 years and then you just kind of forget how to. So you just toss and turn till you exhaust yourself and pass out.
That's how I sleep every night.
It's
Damn.
been 10,000 years.
Well, but as soon as I found rest, it was well.
Glad to hear.
Should I start waking everyone?
Let's see. What would Ulrich do? Probably. Yeah.
Right. We don't know when the house is going to turn tiny again anyway.
Yep. And I might as well make some tea.
You might want to do that while I wake everyone, just in case.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I think I'll enjoy the outside for a little bit longer before some tea. She's just gonna kind of like look around, enjoying the peacefulness.
He reaches down and pats you on the head, Marissa, before going back into the house. Yeah. So all the Goliaths are in the main sleeping area, but how did the rest of you end up sleeping? I know Rena is in the biggest room. Cassidy and Ulrich, well, I mean, I guess in this case you're probably each in a separate room. I think the way it lays out. Or well, no, Cassidy was with Rena, right?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Normally I don't specify, but I feel like we did last week for some reason.
Okay.
Because there was now a master bedroom that everyone wanted to fight over.
Yes. Ulrich, you'd hear just like a knocking on the door, and then it just, if you're not awake already, he knocks on the door and immediately opens it. Ulrich!
Ulrich, he's in bed. He pulls his covers up. Yes.
I am to understand that it is time to rise. We don't know when the big house is going to turn into a doll house.
Right, thank you. You could say that through the door.
I could have. And then he shuts it and he leaves.
Right. Ulrich has to fucking get dressed now.
He knocks a few times on the other door and opens it, but he doesn't stick his head in. But he's, Rena.
Can I roll dexterity?
Dexterity?
Yeah.
For what?
I want to throw a pillow at him.
Oh.
The door.
What do you roll?
I rolled a 16 plus. 5, 21. It finds purchase through the crack.
I was gonna say, like, he's just kind of sticking through a little bit, and you just like right in the side of his nose, like, oh!
Or you kerplop the door closed.
Right on his face. Yeah. Right, that hurt.
It's a pillow.
I know, but I wasn't expecting it. It's time to rise before you turn into a doll, because the house will be too small. That rhymed.
Do I not know when it turns back?
It's 8 hours.
Well, no, I mean, like, does Rena not? No, it's not. No, it says, it'll last until there's nobody inside.
Oh, right.
Oh, I wanted somebody to get shunted out.
Well, but does Rena know that, or no?
It would have been on the card.
Yeah. We're fine. It's fine until everybody leaves.
Oh. I have made a mistake. Oh well.
It's okay, Jules.
Tim is making tea. That's a lot of alliteration for. All right.
Okay. I'll be out in a second.
Do you want me to help you push Cassidy out of the bed to wake her up?
Oh my god, please.
I said help, not do it myself. Have you seen my arms?
Mine aren't much better, my guy, like...
Well, between the two of us, we make an adult. Can I come in?
Yes,
All right.
Yes.
He comes in, he doesn't have the jacket on, he just has, like, the buttoned-up tunic on, and he's rolling up his sleeves. You going to help me?
She's probably trying to get traction on the floor and, like, use that to push her off.
All right. Let me get out his stat sheet. Where did it go? Where are you, Jules?
Are you guys really violating my personal space? Pushing me out of the bed?
Yeah.
You got mad at him for opening the door an inch, and now you're gonna push me out of bed?
I mean, are you?
I'm deciding what Cassidy's reaction should be.
Okay. I was gonna say, is she actually gonna wake up?
Blind and fiery rage.
Give me a strength check, Rena.
2.
2? Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, the two of you don't put enough into it. He rolled pretty decent, but for Cassidy, we both have to roll decent. Cassidy, you just well, you can give me a con save if you want.
Okay. They could have tickled her.
That's true, but
Rena's actually, instead of pushing, she's just like...
I got a 16, so...
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're...
Pretty cozy?
Yeah. All right, well, you said we're not going to be turned into smushed people, so I suppose we don't have to wake her up right this moment. Cassidy, there's tea being made.
10?
It's up to you. You can or cannot. It's up to you.
Who's in my room?
Me.
Jules runs out of the room.
And okay, I guess just me.
Oh.
You hear in the distance, I woke the boulder!
and Jules will hear in the distance, that's racist!
I'm giving him a high five.
You can't call me a boulder.
Your nickname is Pebble.
According to whom?
Your dad.
Your
parents.
dad.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that Jules can call me a boulder.
Oh, no,
that's
that's
our
true.
word.
Okay, Jesus.
Okay.
Oh my god.
My father is also a Genasi.
Earth Genasi.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry.
Unless by boulder you were referring to my untypically large size for a female, which would also hurt my feelings, Jules.
He's talking about the quality of your character. You're unmoving, you're sturdy and reliable.
You have integrity.
Yeah. And integrity is sexy.
This is gross.
Rena's taking her plushie and walking out of the room to go sit and wait for tea.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide behind Rena and go look for tea. I just didn't know why somebody was in my room, that's all.
I thought we were going to get smushed by a magical house, but apparently that's not the case.
Hey, Jules,
Yes.
when you wake people up, sometimes they're not too happy about it. So, just future reference.
I threw a pillow at him.
He looks over at Ulrich and goes, sorry.
It's all right, Jules.
I'm
not offended by the boulder thing, by the way. I was just being an idiot.
Oh, good.
Ulrich
right.
pours some tea into his magical Christmas Feywild cup.
Yeah,
Oh.
his Arcadia cup.
Yeah. Takes a little sip.
Okay.
You wanted.
I went to mistletoe and all I got was
I
this lousy
wanted
mug.
I am going to attempt to wake the Goliath pile. Wish me luck.
That,
I
Right?
slept in a pile.
please say that was non-literal.
It was non-literal. There's just a lot of them.
Oh god. Whew.
That would be a great defense mechanism for conserving, collecting body heat out in the mountains, though.
You can make an igloo of Goliath.
Yeah, just, pile up. Goliath pile. Why not?
Mm-hmm. See those heat signatures from space.
Except for the one on the bottom.
You put the hairier ones on the outside and then you're fine.
Oh, god.
God damn it. Well, he goes over to start shaking them awake. Some of them perhaps serving to be more difficult to wake than Cassidy. The rest of you sitting down, acquiring tea. Rarissa, you're still outside? Have you come in at this point? It's up to you.
She would have probably gone in at that point. Like when the tea was done, she would have gone in and.
Mm-hmm. So you're all together in the kitchen, I assume.
Yep, I'm in there.
You may converse amongst yourselves if you
Holding my
wish.
tea, both hands, enjoying.
So we
My
still have a
mug's
bit of
too
a
far up.
we still have a bit of a walk ahead of us. But it shouldn't be too long before we find out what's going on. I think understanding that we don't have all the information, I think we need to have a plan for how we're gonna handle this when we get there.
I think we have particular information. Doesn't help me to know, but it might help us to plan, and that the village is still empty.
Tim, you don't have to raise your hand.
I do when I'm asking the DM a question.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, please.
Would Tim have been able to recognize the damage type used whenever Blight was used upon Myrna? Rena nearly sacrificed her life for it.
Sure.
Okay. That would be
Necrotic, I believe, yeah. As you're
Okay.
discussing tactics, Uthal sits down next to Rena, probably kind of jostling a bit because he just kind of drops into whatever chair's there and bumps.
What plan more do you need? Rip the doors off and kill them!
I like your way of thinking, Uthal.
Yeah, but we're saving our village mates, so you'd have to distinguish between them and whoever the hell is holding them.
That's a massive
also-
tree, isn't it?
Yes, I also don't remember seeing any doors, and that tree might be a tower now.
Does the tower have doors?
We could pull out the orb and let you look.
Yeah. Cassidy.
Gladly.
All right, I'm gonna reach into my bag of ho-ho holding and pass him the orb for the tower / former tree of Myrna. We suspect our village members have been captured and brought to this area. This tower used to be a giant ironwood tree, which we tried to battle, and it thoroughly kicked our asses. So,
Fire did not work.
I don't see any doors. Interesting.
If you
Might-
did, I'd
Very
suggest going
shiny.
after the hinges. That's a weak point for any door.
Would there be hinges if there's no door, though?
No,
kick a
but I'm
lot of
saying if
doors
you do
down?
see doors. No, but
I-
of steady construction.
It just seems like a good tactic.
Okay,
so we can't see doors. We can't assume there are doors. So, do we just get there and yell at the tower until
Well, that
someone comes
spell
out?
that Rena used that she'd gotten from the envoys used necrotic damage. So if you have anything that uses necrotic damage, that may be one of our best bets. Wither and Bloom does.
Uthal's just like this
I don't
with
have
the
anything
orb,
else.
like near nose to orb.
Rena's
It's very
gonna,
shiny material.
Rena's
ahead.
gonna go get tea and put it in his cup and hand it to him.
Which cup?
His cup, the Uthal's cup or mug that I won, Yeah.
Oh.
and just say, "I'm gonna want this back," but hand it to him.
And he says,
Are you sure?
Yeah.
he takes a drink.
Aw.
Kind of puts an arm around you, just gives you a squeeze. Very jovial. He will hand you back the orb, Cassidy.
Yeah. Do you want to see the one from our village of Greystand as well? Or is
Certainly.
that not necessary?
I've not seen these orbs before.
We took them from the enemy,
Ah,
or someone who was being
Yes.
held by the enemy.
took their secret weapon. Genius.
You're going to hand him the gray stand orb.
Yes.
That is considerably better.
Is your town a busy town?
normally.
Oh. It's very
Busy
em-
with that.
Yes. It is very empty.
Perhaps they're all asleep.
Look at the fields, Uthal.
Many crops.
Do you think it's odd that there's not a single person out and about?
Goliaths aren't an arable people. They probably wouldn't know too much about farming. But yeah, those should have been harvested.
We farm. I
do?
don't farm. Very, yeah, at least a little bit. I've seen my sister. She has plants that she grows.
Huh.
Just not a lot of variety.
Good to
We're no closer to a plan.
No, we're not.
Well, we need to decide what we need to go see first, the village or the tower.
I think the tower.
Tower is closer.
The village is empty. We know as much.
Actually, where you are now, the village is closer.
Really?
Well, so you were traveling east. Now the tower is on your west side.
Oh.
So you will
So we
encounter the village before you encounter the tower.
Okay. So I was picturing us being teleported towards the town a little bit closer, not
Oh
teleported
no.
like that.
Yeah, you were overshot. Yeah. And also don't forget it's been a long time. The tower is a day and a half away from the village.
Right. Okay. So
I think the
There's-
answer states itself at this point.
so there's
Go
no
ahead.
reason not to go through town
Correct.
on our way to the tower. Okay.
As long as that's
Alright.
of interest to you, yes.
Resupply and check to see if anyone was left behind by some odd chance.
And then when we get to the tower, what do we know? We know that some particular type of magic seems to work.
Grim.
Grim.
Grim was using the siren to control people. But without her, he may not be in direct control of Myrna.
That's true.
And if we get there, there is no doors to knock down.
I will make a door.
Uthal
To knock
could
it
make a
down?
door.
I will break a hole like a door in their structure.
I understood you, Uthal. You did good.
Look, he's like he's not a genius, okay? Like
When we were saying no doors, I was just picturing like open like thresholds. And now
Oh.
I'm picturing him like breaking his way through the wall like right next to an open port.
He's
Like
got Kool-Aid Man it, okay? Pa.
so we have the strength of the Goliath so we can get in. We know that Myrna is capable of, or maybe it was Grim. I'm not sure. The last time we faced her, her presence agitated the elementals. I don't know if she was doing that on purpose or if that was just a consequence of her presence.
Does
And we know
anyone-
that
Sorry.
there were goblins and what was it? A troll, an ogre, something like that, something big. Remember the first time we fought her?
Oh, ogre. That was an ogre, yeah.
I don't know if she'll be able to call upon them, or maybe that was Grim, or if they were just. It's a possibility. So
They were just in the area and they were potentially enslaved by the siren or by the pollen. Perhaps
any of that could be true. Yeah.
Perhaps Myrna and her pollen was another means of control in addition to the siren. And it wasn't just the siren. We already know the pollen was
I think I made note of this. Hold
a
up.
control measure.
Using
What
the
I'm
siren
trying-
to control Myrna, to control the pollen, to control
No,
the
just
villagers.
different branches, not necessarily all in a row. But who knows? What I'm trying to figure out though is if Grim ranks above or below Myrna. Because if Grim ranks below Myrna, then he was controlling the siren who had a certain set of things to do. But then if Myrna was in charge of him and she was using her pollen for control, then
I think it's likely.
We don't have any leverage.
I think it's likely that, the goblins were not under the control or the influence of the Myrna. Let's see.
So they were Grim loyalists.
It's likely that Grim and Myrna were more parallel or adjacent.
I got the impression that Myrna was part of Grimm's plan. Just like, I forget her name. The
Grandma Peggy?
Mother?
No, the fish woman.
Oh, Crean?
Crean the siren.
Crean? Yeah.
So potentially Myrna is less of a threat than Grim. I mean, we took a chunk out of Grim, but he seemed to be more powerful than us.
I don't know.
I think we just have to do it.
Yeah, I think we just got to get to the village and see what we find there, and then we proceed accordingly. We'll have a day and a half journey to get there, so we'll have time to plan.
We can scout the village, rest overnight, and then push as fast as possible to the tower.
Let's do that then. For now, I think we should establish that if we face Myrna, the 5 of us should focus on her, bless the Goliaths to addresses Uthal, to cover us, watch for any other little minions that might come to help Myrna for one reason or another.
Valid.
And it seemed like that green woman from last night implied she would help. I don't know how or how to call her. We asked Russ for his help. Don't know how. Don't know how to call him.
Well,
he might be a little confused after we teleported. If he was keeping an eye on us that whole time.
Oh,
that's
good
true.
point.
Well,
trust his network is thorough, though.
Should I ask the woman last night if she knew him?
Yeah, I mean, how do you ask someone if they know a nameless figure we have dubbed something? Not real good at descriptions.
One of us should have drawn a picture.
That's all right.
You know what? When you're right, you're right.
I'm just glad we have potential allies there to help with these questions we're not able to answer.
All in all, we've encountered more helpful people than I thought we ever would.
Here's hoping we all survive. We can keep Uthal here and Russ and Lilius, and James, allies of the village. Very least, somewhere to run for those of us who escape.
We will send them running.
That would
I
be
like
Finds
that.
this cup on the table.
Yeah.
Rena takes the cup back.
Oh.
So
I'd
we
love to
know
see
there's
that.
the fire damage didn't really help against Myrna when she was a tree.
A
So
tree.
I'll just, from my magical perspective, I'll focus on radiant damage, and then I potentially have just my mace.
I think radiant, acidic, force, thunder, and necrotic are our best magical option. Just from guessing.
I have fire.
Yeah.
Just fire?
Maybe don't use magic then.
Okay.
I don't
Use
know.
the smash.
Smash.
You know what? If you use fire, maybe I can use cold, and then we can do like a back and forth with the temperatures, and that'll mess things up.
Or you could use fire on the minions, whomever's not the whatever Myrna is at the time.
We'll just cut the spire down.
If
Get a
we
giant
could.
saw.
Only I had a chain sword.
Fuck.
Uthal, do you and your crew carry axes? What kind of weapons are you armed with?
I have a very impressive hammer.
I'm sure you do.
Pretty good.
The others have a variety of weaponry that they've been able to make for themselves. Some rather large... Sorry, I just saw chat. Damn it. A rather large sword. A variety of weaponry. You must trust me.
So, that's nice. I was just wondering if we were dealing with something that could... the ironwood. I'm over the ironwood. We couldn't get through it in typical means.
They have not met a Goliath's axe.
Alright.
Brennan just goes, ha ha!
Can I see your hammer?
He has it on his back, and he just pulls it off his back. It's two-handed.
I'm a smith. I want to examine the quality of the weapon.
It is of a primitive level, but it is impressively kept together. It's about 5 feet tall. The head of the hammer is made of solid stone. It's a piece of work.
Is it made out of wood?
The handle itself,
Like
yes.
the neck?
Mm-hmm.
Shaft.
Shaft, yes.
I don't know
Haft.
how you have made such a devastating looking weapon out of simple materials, but when this is all over, I'm a smith. I could perhaps reforge this and potentially include your hammerhead in a metal haft, if you wish. But I understand a warrior is bonded to his weapon. It is absolutely your choice.
The spirits of nature guide my swing.
Yeah, but what if we made you a hammer out of this ironwood tree that we defeat?
Oh, and that comes from nature. That's true.
That's a good question.
Though I don't know if I will have the ability to forge that.
I will bring you this ability. We will take down the tower.
Man,
Alright.
I would really like that. Not just for your hammer, but for what we could produce for everyone. Tools and weapons.
I think on Uthal's note, we should probably get going. Get the hell out of here. Ha
I'm gonna hand Uthal his hammer back and say, very nice.
It is something that you have to lift with both hands, but for him, he is able to lift with a single hand. There's so many fucking innuendos. I'm just trying to step around lightly here.
Well,
I mean, two hands are better than one sometimes.
I am descended from giants. Or no, he's descended from giants. Am I descended from giants?
No.
You're descended from the
Genasi?
earth.
Yeah, you're
Right,
descended
from
from the
the
earth,
earth.
yeah.
Well, I'm just really tall, so for a humanoid.
Yeah, and your profession definitely gives you
I
a
am
lot more
strong.
strength. I am strong individual. Do not get in my way.
Icharathis.
One day we'll know who Icharathis is here. So he takes the hammer, puts it on his back. gets up, finishes the hot tea in his cup faster than safe, and hands the cup back to Rena.
I will go help the skinny one wake my brethren.
He goes into the other room to help Jules.
Make sure everyone grabs everything.
Yes!
Oh, yeah, don't leave anything in here, because it's gonna get thrown out. Probably quite violently.
Oh,
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So go
Just
get your
spat
things.
into the universe.
Yeah.
G'day.
very good. Glad we all travel light.
You could just hear Uthal in the other room.
Step aside, small one. Wake up!
I thought he hit Jules. I was like,
No,
Uthal is cruising for a bruising. I'm not here for that.
no, he's just like smacking his
Okay.
fellow Goliath, like on the back or whatever, just to get them to wake up.
Just a friendly game of slap ass.
Slapsgiving.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
not the Goliath. That's not the. Hey,
there you go.
long treks alone with the homies. Am I right?
What happens if the forest stays in the forest?
What, that ass starts to look
The
slappable,
forest
guys?
is watching,
Dang.
though. You will
The forest-
remember.
The forest is watching. Well, forest is a pervert.
Maybe that's why this all happened. Because Myrna was watching.
Trying to
Really
think
into
about-
voyeurism.
Anyway,
Yeah, let's get going.
so
Ready, march
you all are going to depart the house.
Mm.
quite.
All right. Everybody files out as you all exit the house. I have predeterminedly rolled for the weather. You guys remember that when we rolled for the weather?
Yeah, I remember that.
There is a dense fog that is starting to roll through the trees combined with sunlight. So the sun it looks nice as it's passing through this dense fog, but it almost has this odd feel of they are fighting each other. The sunlight trying to dissipate the fog, and the fog seeming to kind of just
Persist.
rise to the occasion, if you will.
So it's making
Um,
it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you have
like
this
when you
blinding
Yeah.
white fog.
Steam.
Yeah. Yeah, you ever put your high beams on in the fog? That's what's going on. Thank you, Sora. That was perfect.
Fucking foggy out here.
Oh, I
Hmm?
hate this.
It's moist.
Moist.
Rena's probably the last one out. I'm just gonna go check all the rooms, make sure no one left anything. And then
Okay. As you step out, you just hear like rattling behind you. The windows are shaking in their frames a little bit. You can see as a little chimney just goes down the roof, and then as it just compartmentalizes into this little dollhouse again, and drops on the floor.
yay!
Yes.
Fascinating.
So as you all begin to set off in the direction of Grey Stand for the 10-day journey ahead, someone roll me a d20.
I will. 5.
Okay. Noted. All right. Well, let me scroll here. Anything in particular we're doing as we start to head towards our destination?
I'm gonna try to keep at least one hand on an individual who's in front or behind me, like kind of like holding on a coattail kind of thing.
Okay. Just so you don't. Yeah, you're
Absent-mindedly.
yeah, your vision goes out about 20 feet and then cuts off. So
I don't think Cassidy has the intelligence or survival instincts to come up with a better solution. She at least is gonna clutch on someone.
anybody in particular, or just doesn't matter?
Mm,
Let's say random Goliath, not Uthal. Seems to already be claimed.
yeah, I'm probably on Uthal's back or shoulders.
Hello.
Mm.
All right. That would be Rock Crusher.
Rock.
Yeah.
Does he even have clothes to hold on to?
Yeah. Yeah, no, he does. He has hides that have been fashioned into some sort of clothing. Uthal is definitely the least dressed of the group.
So I'll be a little clingy with Rock Crusher, I guess.
Okay.
Our visibility is really bad. Do you guys want me to scout ahead? I can go quick, and I'm not going to get lost.
Oh. I was gonna say, that sounds like the opposite of a good idea, but I'll have to trust you on.
Okay. How far out ahead are you going to go?
I'm going to cast Long Strider so that I can get out pretty far ahead without wasting too much time.
Mm.
Exactly how far ahead? I'll head out until I find something of interest in our way, or until I've been gone for like 15 minutes, and then I'll come back.
Ah. Okay. Well, you can go ahead and give me a perception roll. There is because of the density of the fog and the blindingness of the light above, there is a penalty. There's a -5 penalty, but
-5 penalty. Okay. I'll account for that. But I am in the woods, so I get my bonus. Okay. All things considered, that is an 18.
That's good. That's real good. You setting out ahead of the group, you don't sense any presence, like no, you don't see any enemies or sources of conflict. You hear the sound of a river a little further out. You hear rushing water. But other than that, pretty clear.
Or getting closer to Greystand, would I know this river?
Not this far out, no.
Okay.
Well, let me rephrase that. If it is a familiar river, you're too far out to know otherwise.
Okay.
Just because of the distance.
I'm gonna make a note of this river.
There is river. Okay. The rest of you, while he's out ahead, what are you doing? Just walking?
Just wait for Ulrich to come back. If he's gone too long.
If he's gone, can you say that again? If he's gone too long, what?
I would pipe up.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I will say that, Ulrich, you can't get there and back in the time that you intend to, so it shouldn't seem like he's gone for too long. But yeah, so the first half of your travel goes pretty well. For the second half of travel, Ulrich, you went out and scouted ahead. So someone else, I want someone else to give me a survival roll for the second half of the day's travel. Okay. And Ulrich, I'll say that you've returned back to the group at this point. What you got?
Are you adding the -5, or do you want me to do it?
This is survival. It's perception is where the hit is.
Okay, 21.
21. Your day goes. The rest of your travel goes very well. As you get deeper in, the rest of you would be able to make note of the sound of rushing water nearby. And at this point, during the second half of the day, the fog has relented to the sunlight coming down, and your vision is better now. It is very humid. It's uncomfortable. All this vapor floating around in the air, constantly battling the rays of the sun, and everything kind of has this nice sheen on it. This morning dew, if you will, kind of look, even though it's the evening. And you are able to find a place to camp. I'm going to say it's not big enough for the house this time. But you could start to make a camp.
All right.
Let's do the campy thing.
I'll do some foraging. Make sure that
Okay.
we can get stuff to eat.
Yeah.
I'm going to the river. Is it close enough to where I could
It's
go
close
there?
enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so it's far enough that you might lose a visual sight of camp,
Mhm.
but you're not going to get lost or anything.
All right, I'll take my safety Uthal with me.
Fair enough.
Where are we going?
He can punch the fish.
We're going to fish, Uthal.
Fish.
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 Yeah. We're gonna catch some in a net.
Huh. I can't say that I've ever been fishing before. They said I do not have the patience.
Hmm. Well, depending on how maybe quick this river is going, probably won't have to wait too long.
Good. Shall I... Is there something I should be doing?
I'll hand him like one end of the net, and I'll go on the other side, and we're just gonna collectively like. Or here, just follow me. Just take a couple steps in the river here. And she's gonna like gesture for him to go first because he is a lot taller and could probably go a little bit deeper in the water.
Oh, he definitely can.
Yeah. So, just hold this, and once you can see that the fish start coming into it, then we're good.
Ah, so we sit and wait.
Yes. It won't take that long. I promise.
Are the fish afraid of loud noises?
I mean, they can be. Why?
Just asking.
Oh. Okay.
Insightful.
Go ahead and yeah, that's what that is. Go ahead and, give me a roll with your fishing.
First one of the new year.
Woo!
A 1 or a 20.
A 1.
Does she get help from Uthal? Being
Yeah.
that he's literally helping her fish?
Yeah, no, you do. Either he can roll or you can roll again.
I'm gonna try it again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Was I supposed to add anything to it? My dex or something?
Well, yeah,
remember.
it's a dexterity roll, and you're adding your proficiency because you're proficient with fishing
right.
tools.
Okay, so 16 total.
Okay, it's been a while since you've been able to fish. It's a good thing that we'll say that you did most of the work here, because Uthal's just there going,
Rena, I see one. Shall I move?
you know, like he's just being really loud, like he's holding the net, trying to figure out where to go.
Oh god. Yeah,
He's
she's
now
doing...
starting to. Mhm.
Oh,
Go
she's doing her best to like guide the net to catch the fish, and he's probably just like tugging on it, like.
Yes,
Oh,
and
God.
it's starting to set in that he asked about the noise because he himself is very loud.
Oh god.
But with that, I'll say that you get a decent amount of fish. I'll say you probably catch about 7 or 8 with this
Okay.
method.
All right. Cool.
Ulrich, you can go ahead and give me a survival roll for your forage. You're in
Very
the forest.
Nice. Thank you. While I'm out here, I would like to find something that is particularly tasty, if I could.
Oh.
Like a nice little forest treat. I'm specifically on the lookout for that. Bonus points if it looks like it shouldn't be tasty. I've completely that's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
It is, yeah.
Hmm.
For a
Something
total
that
of 29.
okay.
I have something, honey,
Do you?
except for you.
Go ahead. Something that looks gross that tastes good.
How about this? A red mushroom that's like wet and dripping. It looks almost like blood, but it's almost heart-shaped, but it's a candy heart mushroom. If you were to taste it, it's actually sweet.
Are you making this up or is this real?
What do you think?
No, because I've seen blood dripping mushrooms before.
I hope that's not real because that is vile.
I was gonna text it to you, but it was faster to just say it.
Hold up, let me Google dripping mushroom real quick.
No, that's definitely a thing. But the candy heart mushroom,
Colby, use your
That's
private
on me.
browser. You're gonna get
It's
some.
fine.
dripping wet mushroom,
I use Brave. We're good.
red. No, there's some creepy mushrooms out there, guys.
Yeah, there really is. I'm looking at them now. They drip like a black ichor.
But in the irised forest,
Okay.
we have just uncovered candy.
Yeah, sure. Make a note of that.
I must have saved there,
Devil's
John. Thank
tooth?
God.
It
Does
says
it
it's
taste
called
like
Devil's
candy?
Tooth, and it's legit.
There's the
Devil's
ink
tooth
cap.
mushroom.
Does
Oh
it
yeah, there
taste
it
like
is.
candy? Tell
No,
me
no.
it doesn't taste like candy, because
No,
that would
it
be so
bleeds.
weird. Yeah.
See, yeah.
Those are crazy mushrooms.
As much as I want to be a forest witch, this is how I know I would die because I want to lick it.
This says that it's extremely bitter.
Yeah.
What's that phobia that people have with all the fucking the holes? Because that's the,
Trypophobia?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
trypophobia,
what that
yeah.
mushroom is doing, and I don't have that, but now I'm wondering.
Now I might.
Looks like nature's gushers. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
I want to lick it. I want to.
I'm just gonna say that
There.
the candy heart mushroom is gonna be a lot prettier than the devil's tooth. It doesn't just look like a chunk of tooth or phlegm.
See a dripping mushroom. I want to lick it.
Okay, well there you go. I will say that you do find a small circle of these disgusting
fantastic.
dripping mushrooms that taste like candy.
I'll get a handful of those, as well as any,
Yeah.
any more like staple foods I can gather.
Yeah, you're able
And-
to collect enough for everyone for sure.
I
Like,
gather twice as much as I normally would.
so we'll say that you have like 2 days worth because there's 11 of you. So you get 2
Nice.
days worth of forage.
All right.
And Rena, you definitely have at least 8 fish. I know there's 11 of you, but I mean that's
Decent.
yeah, that's good, especially considering the size of some of the fish. It's going to be more than enough. So
I'm sure we had some leftovers too of the meat, and we said
that's
we
right. You
salted
have a
it.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You have a lot of leftovers.
Yeah.
Like this is honestly just for Rena at this point.
Oh, our little pescatarian.
Yeah.
Because yeah, the Goliaths had 2 boars, and then Ulrich had the very large deer, who was potentially infused with earth element. Gives it
Crunchy.
a nutty flavor.
Cassidy's like, tastes like home.
Oh,
Am I wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be not correct to assume she likes the taste of things that are similar in composition to herself.
I suppose. Okay, I suppose
That
yeah.
would be like a human liking to eat monkey flesh. Like,
Hey,
Humans do eat monkey flesh quite a
Yeah.
lot, actually, on a global
Brain.
scale. Yeah,
brain
like
specifically.
a wolf hunting dogs, or like
wolves do hunt dogs.
God damn it, Yurko! But you see my point there.
Yeah.
I don't crave consuming earth elemental type creatures.
we
No.
do
No, I
have a lot of
understand that. I'm
root
so-
vegetables in the village.
I'm so
What
sorry.
vegetables?
I assumed.
We do have a lot of root vegetables in the village.
Mhm.
So anyway,
Those are
building
good.
camp, and we have a lot of food.
You do have a lot
We
of
have
food.
a ton of food.
You've collected a lot of food tonight, and you've also got a lot of leftovers. So,
A lot of this is fresh product too, right?
mm-hmm.
We
Well,
can
the
just
meat's salted, so
Right.
that will last.
we can just encourage the Goliaths to just eat as much as they want.
Oh, they will.
Yeah.
So we don't lug this.
If we keep collecting fresh food, it'll make
Like
the preserved
crazy.
food last longer.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
So, Ulrich will start a fire, and then dinner time.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fire started. Is Tim gonna do his thing? Put down the hut.
Yep.
How many? 9 people fit in the hut.
Mm-hmm. Comfortably.
So we can't have Uthal sleep in the hut and make all the other Goliaths sleep outside, right? Like that's not acceptable. I think.
Favoritism.
Yeah.
He's like the dignitary. Have them arm wrestle for it. Have them fight for it. That would make it Goliath-y.
I would kind of believe it if they just started fighting of their own accord to see who gets to sleep in the hut.
How many seats do they have that they're fighting for?
Well, there's 5 of us plus Jules, so that's 3 spots left, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. Yeah, 9 people can sleep in the hut, so that's 3 spots left.
There's 11 total.
All right. Rock Crusher wins.
Fuck yeah, Rock Crusher.
Sorry, lads, haven't figured out a way to expand it.
Rolled a nat 20.
Do the next 2 stay in as well, or?
Oh yeah. Tree Twister and Uthal. Sorry.
All right.
I mean,
Alright.
I can tie myself to a tree. She's sitting there spinning the fish around the fire. So I'm cooking it. I'm cooking it.
Spinning the fish like a spit.
Yeah.
Are you gonna sleep in a tree tonight, Rena?
I mean, I can. It's gonna be cramped in there. It's comfortable, but Goliaths.
Right.
Wait, is Uthal sleeping in the hut? Okay, never mind. I'm
Mhm.
sleeping in the hut.
He's your barrier.
Yes.
While the Goliaths are mud wrestling or whatever, Ulrich's gonna sit down next to Rena. He's gonna take one of those bleeding mushrooms. He's gonna hold it. He's just gonna say, "Hey, eat this."
Mm-mm. No.
No?
No.
Do you not trust me?
No. Not when it comes to food anymore. You've lost that privilege.
He'll pull out a second one and he'll just pop it in his mouth and start chewing.
That's what you did the last time.
But I'm a bad liar, and now I don't have to lie because it tastes good.
Mm-mm. Hey, Uthal.
Yes.
Come try this.
Hey.
He comes over and he looks at it.
That looks disgusting.
See, that's what
Yeah?
I said.
Rena
Yes.
doesn't trust me.
Damn. That hurts, bro. Lady's gonna ask some other guy to try your mushroom before she'll take it? Damn.
Wow.
Maybe I'll just give my mushroom to Uthal then. Alright?
It's
Maybe you miss
heart-shaped.
your chance.
If
Hard
Uthal
shaped,
swings
guys.
that way, awesome.
Ulrich,
Good for you.
I'll take a bite of that mushroom. All right?
A bite?
Yeah.
You're not
It
supposed
looks
to use
like
your
it
teeth that way.
Explodes in your mouth when you eat it.
I'm
Ulrich-
sorry, what'd you say?
Ulrich
Look at it,
tosses
it's
Tim a
working.
mushroom.
That was exceptional, husband.
Tim,
Use a
When
little
you-
bit more tongue to clean all the drips.
Oh my god, you guys, why did I create these?
Tim,
What have I created?
when you taste this, no words. Alright? Just
You'd share with me?
You-
Thank you.
Oh,
I'm honored.
I got plenty.
I will imbibe.
Okay.
Ulrich looks at Rena. He has another one.
Who's
You have
going tongue and who's
multiple?
going teeth?
Yeah. I got a whole handful.
She'll take it.
Uthal. Mhm.
Did
Go ahead.
Uthal take one, or?
You go ahead and tell me what you're doing.
All right, so I'm gonna grab Uthal's hand, hold it palm out, put it in his hand, and then I'm gonna take another one and say, Uthal, if this is how we go together.
He looks at Tim. He looks at Ulrich. He looks at the mushroom. I will not be bested! And he shoves it in his mouth, walks away.
Ulrich he's watching expectantly. Got a little glimmer in his eye.
It's okay.
It's good.
It's okay.
Here.
Sorry.
And he takes a couple more. What he has left, he splits them in half, and he offers her half. Apologies.
She's just eating them.
I'm still gonna get you back though. And he pops another one in his mouth.
She'll finish it and then just middle fingers.
Jules is sitting next to you, Arissa, and he's watching this. And he goes, "That's how you build a false sense of purity. Tact.
Oh, you got to speak up a little bit, JT.
Tactful."
What'd you call this?
Oh, I don't know.
You can name it technically, I guess,
Name
because
it?
it's just being discovered.
Is it heart shaped?
Give me 12 seconds.
I think she's sketching it.
I
Gonna
heard
need
a
some
little
more tea.
scribble.
How many seconds do I have left?
10,
I didn't count.
9, 8, 7,
7,
6,
6.
5,
Guys,
4,
4,
3,
3.
2,
2,
1.
1.
Pencils
down.
Pencils down. Candy heart mushroom.
Oh, I like that.
Kind of looks
That's
like a
super
butt on the
cute.
one side.
Looks like a butt.
A butt.
that's what a
Yeah.
that's a heart.
Heart-shaped ass, yeah.
Eating the ass of the forest.
So it's all like red.
The
and
Ranger's Creed.
it's like cherry red and dripping like it's covered in syrup or sap.
Ulrich will take one of his. He
or
split
something.
he split half for him and half for Rena. He'll take one of his, another one, and he'll toss it to Tim. And he'll say, "Rangers call them bleeding hearts."
Ooh.
I mean, most things right full trip.
That looks nothing like a heart.
Tim, just eat it.
How do you know what a heart looks like, Tim?
I've worked with Whisper. How else am I supposed to
Oh,
learn
right.
about anatomy?
You were going to give me an anatomy lesson a few like a week or so ago. Do you remember that?
I was gonna be
No.
the anatomy lesson.
Yeah.
That was months ago. Yeah,
Was it months? Question
No,
mark?
no.
months ago.
It
It was weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like a long time on this journey.
Yeah. I want to go home. Like,
We're on our way.
yeah. Jules just kind of just watching everybody's interaction. Just he can't help but smile, laugh along. I'll stay up for the first watch with whoever else. I sleep for such a short period of time, and sleep is still very foreign to me after all these years. So, I think perhaps I'll be awake for a while.
We can join you, Jules.
Wonderful. Anyone else?
Oh, I'll take first watch with you guys because there's usually no chance of waking me up for second watch. Carry my weight sometimes.
Wonderful. And as everybody finishes their food, piles into the Tim's tiny hut, we're gonna take a break.
Dog power
dude.
in the hut. time.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Ulrich.
Hi, chat. How are you? Happy New Year again. It is so great to see all of you. How's everybody doing? Hey, Deeth.
Deefs. We got a Brandon. Who else has been in chat?
Petruzi, Gary. Doing muddy.
Leifon. I've not seen that name in chat before.
Oh.
That's one of mine. Hi, Leifin.
Ooh, hey, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Oh, hell yeah. I love the emote. Who is that? That's, oh my god. I want to say Totodile, but I don't know if that's right or not. I forget. But, yeah. We're just waiting for our resident ranger to return, but I hope everybody's having a great time.
Yeah, I was gonna say resident forest ass eater.
I'm having a great time. I've been looking forward to this all year.
Mm,
Oh,
you and me both.
co-workers.
Hey, guys,
I'll see you next year.
Mm. We've got a couple of things going on this year that I'm really excited about here at BB. So I'm very excited.
This isn't even our final form.
It is not.
It's not. We're still doing the Power Rangers thing where we're still connecting arms and legs and stuff.
It's just merely the rough draft.
I see you, Brandon.
Brandon, I see your quotation marks.
By the way, Brandon, I haven't had a moment to DM you, but have you talked to your team yet? For those of you that don't know, Brandon, PhD Brandon comes from Player Hater Gaming. You guys should go check them out. They're awesome people. You're going to talk to them tomorrow? Okay. Oh, right. That's right. We said we would. Yeah. I talked to them already. I got ahead of myself, but yeah. Yeah, Brandon, please, if you want to drop your link for Player Hater Gaming, go for it. Don't mind me sticking my finger in. Why I just did that.
I'm sorry, you're doing what now?
I had my finger in my mouth. I was picking at my teeth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All the time.
I had to turn off my camera because I was purchased a candy shot glass for Christmas, and yeah, no, I was taking a shot. I just didn't want that on camera.
Oh.
Yeah.
Trying
to be a good noodle.
Shots.
The shot glass is made of candy?
Yeah.
Sounds pretty
I
amazing.
say that, but it doesn't hide it for y'all, so the stream saw it. Good, love that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, it's fine. It that's right, because my web source is different on here. It's not through.
Oh.
Well, hey, whatever. What does it matter?
Oh well.
It's okay, Nudie.
Oh,
At least you didn't do something embarrassing.
You said it's made out of candy?
Mm-hmm.
Or it just looks like no. There you go. Player
Apparently I
Hater
can bite
Gaming.
into it. I
Oh,
don't know. I'm scared.
yeah, you can. I'm sorry.
I don't like that. Oh, it's like, oh, I'm not putting that in my mouth on stream.
That's what she said.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Like-
I know.
Haha. Okay, but anyway, we're all here now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell no one needs a D20 when you get a 1? Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Sorry. I know I'm always the one who's late. This time it was for a cinnamon roll.
Oh,
Cinnamon rolls are
thank
good
you
to
for
eat.
answering the question that I had yet to ask.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do? Why are you getting yelled at?
What?
Player Hater Gaming said get dice made from candy and eat it when you get a 1.
Oh. I'm sorry. We don't need to encourage her putting strange things in her mouth, okay?
Man,
I
no,
know.
she'll do that on her own.
Candy
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
You know, I got these perfectly sized dice that are super mini and look like candy.
Oh,
That's not big.
what are the chances?
I'll look them for you.
They do make dice made out of sugar, though, that you could just, like, fuck, and then just eat it.
Would need a lot of those.
Just present something to me. I'll lick it.
It's all fun and games.
Jesus Christ.
It's all fun and games until
Cow
you,
chop.
like, do it as a reaction, and you accidentally
Mhm.
bite into one of your own dice.
That would be me. I'd
Mm.
break a tooth.
Yeah.
I would break a tooth.
You just get used to eating dice.
Yeah.
There's no dice jail, all right? There's no time served. Any dice that fails this job goes up for execution.
It's a
all right?
capital offense.
Capital
We'll have
offense
to
for the
remember there's no biting the dice. It's either swallow or don't.
dice. Whoa.
You don't want to break your teeth.
What else is there?
You just gotta, feel that out with your tongue for a while.
I mean, sometimes biting's appropriate.
Oh my fucking
Depends on where.
God.
I'm sure it is.
It's you need to have a conversation first. Is the thing.
I'll lick it, Rarissa 2024. Good one, Brandon. Good one.
2023 as well. She wasn't afraid.
Oh yeah. Never
Okay.
afraid to show what my tongue can do.
All right. Anyway, reeling.
Why
it
are we
in.
here?
I don't know, but I think it's your fault.
It's always my fault.
All right. So anyway,
Chaos. The chaos is real.
There is try. There was only lick and swallow.
Oh, here's my favorite answer to that one, Yurko.
Wait, answer to what?
to what? Only Sith deals in absolute. Yeah. So anyway, you all are piling into Tim's tiny hut. Damn it. Rarissa, Jules, Cassidy, you're all up for the first watch. Are we discussing anything?
I'm gonna
I
talk
mean-
to Jules about Jules.
There you
Okay.
go.
Just like general questions like how does it feel to be back in the world kind of stuff.
Oh. You know, it's rather strange being out here. I didn't leave the city very often. It's quite foreign. From what I recall, I was actually leaving the city when things happened. I can't remember what I was doing exactly, what I was setting out to do. But I had left the walls for the first time. Not very many people left. It was not common because of the dangers outside. So, as of right now, well, I suppose it's just nice to walk. To not be confined to a prison. So, it's fine.
Fine.
I'm not seeing anything I haven't seen before, I suppose.
I would have thought after 1200 years without autonomy, you would have appreciated a little bit of freedom.
I do.
Not, it's fine.
Well, no, it is. Please don't misunderstand. I am very grateful to be out and about on my own 2 feet. The necklace was like a prison. I wasn't without my bodily form. I just couldn't really do or go anywhere of my own free will. And time sort of lost its meaning. But it is very nice to be out, and I'm grateful to be able to see all of you literally in person, and it is very. I don't know if I would want to go back to Rick's. I feel like there's a lot there that I'd rather not relive.
We couldn't exactly send you to Thrix now anyways, could we?
Well,
Even if we wanted to.
Well, I would hope you wouldn't make. But I'm sure that Tim is very interested in going back there because of the things he saw. Maybe even more of you are interested in returning, but I am not.
Well, the choice is yours now.
Yes. If I was requested of me, if I was told I was needed, then I would certainly go for my friends. I would not go just for nothing.
Sweet. You know, do you remember the 1200 years you were in your prison? Were you alone for that whole time? Was Rarissa the first person to ever find you?
Well, some goblins picked me up at one point. I believe an owlbear was carrying me around in its mouth for a while. You could imagine what to the goblin. Then there was some other individual that had me at one point or another, but they were very primitive. I wasn't able to. Well, no, that's not true. I was able to communicate with kobolds. One of them actually put me on, but I think I scared. I don't remember who the last one was that had me, though. It was a long time before Rarissa had picked me up. Rarissa was the first intelligent individual to pick up the necklace and put it on, and it was a relief.
As dull or unpleasant as some of those companions might have been, I'd imagine if you were just absolutely alone for years. Well, I'm surprised you're as stable as you are, Jewel.
Well, yet to be seen, but so far so good. It does get lonely, but after so long of a time, it's like you adjust.
Right. Well, don't focus on the negative. I just
doing my
I just realized that you've been through a lot. That's not something a lot of people have to deal with.
I have certainly outlived my people's average lifespan. I can only assume that I was in some sort of timeless state within the necklace.
Can I insight check his account of his time spent? I know his original story was that he didn't remember everything entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Like the memories came back to him in pieces, I guess. Like, does he seem genuine?
Like he's telling you the truth about what he remembers?
Yeah, like
okay.
Cassidy is not suspicious. She just wants to perceive him to like wonder about these experiences he's had and how it's affected him. So obviously if it didn't really happen that way, she wouldn't really be able to perceive,
right,
how his sanity was affected by being alone if he wasn't alone or if he forgot or whatever.
Yeah, well, go ahead and give me an insight roll. Yeah.
Getting my bonus. Well, my bonus is a 9, but my total... my bonus is a 6, but my total is a 9.
Oh.
Sorry.
I mean, he seems like he's telling the truth of what he remembers. I think it's pretty clear, though, even with that low of a roll, that he's having trouble remembering. So he's surely leaving some things out just purely because he can't remember them. But I mean, the things he does tell you, though, seems like he's being truthful about what he remembers of them.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Jules.
As am I. And it's nice to be able to stand beside the person who took care of me for so long. And he puts his arm around you, Arissa.
Should like give his hand a pat.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's honestly nice to see you, and we'll see you.
Yes.
Not just hear you for once. I'm kind of surprised. Well, I mean, I kind of understand in some ways, but part of me thought you might want to go back to Thrix to maybe see if there were answers as to what happened. How you got in the necklace, why, I don't want to call him Mr. Crazy Pants, but your ex, really disliked you.
Well, probably because of my leaving, whatever that reason was. And I don't know if it's worth digging up. It's something to think about, but I'm not sure if I truly want to.
Well,
May tell me more than I want to know.
if you ever decide you want to, you won't go alone. Even if you are out of the necklace.
I appreciate that, and I won't forget it. Who knows why whatever happened did happen. Maybe we will know one day.
Part of me hopes so. I'd rather have answers than not.
Inquisitive. Well, I suppose answers do help some people sleep better. As the conversation eventually tapers off, you guys can give me perception roll. And there she goes. I saw that.
12.
What do you got, Marissa?
17.
And Jules got an 18.
Lucky lick.
Yeah, see it work.
No, stop it.
My tongue do magic thing.
The night is the night's pleasant, not as calm. There are some moments where you can hear the creatures of the forest walking along the perimeter, but none dare come into the campsite. Maybe just small raccoons or armadillos, who knows. Little creatures that just make the briefest of rustlings, but again, don't have the courage or have enough intelligence to know not to step into this clearing that's been made for your tiny hut. Who are my second watch peoples?
That has always been the decision of the first watch peoples.
Yep. Cassidy, Rarissa, who are you gonna wake up?
I will wake Renna.
Renna.
Gonna say Ulfar.
Because I'm just thinking of someone with survivaliness.
Did you say you're waking Uthal, Rarissa? I mean, you can. He's an option.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Easy enough. You might have to smack him a couple times to stir him awake, but he.
Wakey.
Are we fighting? Do I need my hammer?
No, I was just gonna ask if you would take second watch.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You seem capable if anything happens.
I will crush them all.
And he gets up and drags his hammer out of the hut.
Poor guy.
Exactly.
It's a tired motion, but he does it. He collapses onto the ground next to the fire, just kind of like holding on to the haft of his hammer.
Ren is probably really grumpy waking up, but it's just like, okay, alright, I'm up. And we'll go sit down at the fire with him.
How are you faring, small one?
Not that small.
Everybody's small to me.
Okay, that's fair. I'm okay with all. I just want to get back home.
Seeing as how you said it is not always so empty, I understand your desire to go home.
Yeah.
That could be concern.
Yeah, we have 60, 70 people at our village.
Quite a number.
Yeah. And to see it completely empty is it's terrifying. So
I would say that it almost a double of our Thulakanu tribe.
Clan.
plus my mom, or our mom, and two of my really good friends. So
Yours and whose?
mine and Rarissa.
Oh, your
Yeah.
sister.
You couldn't tell Uthal?
He looks around and he goes,
A lot of my people look very similar. I've learned not to assume.
Okay, alright, you make a fair point with that. Fair point. We are the only two blue people with horns in our village. So.
I see.
Yeah.
I've never seen horned people like you and your sister, but I've heard of them.
You've heard of them?
Yes. I don't remember if it was before my time or if it was while I was out hunting, but we have been visited by them in the past.
Oh.
We chased them off.
Oh. Because I always have to do this. Wait, no, you said it was before his time?
he said he's not sure.
Okay. I'll bring up my echo. Do you ever see one that looked like that?
He stands up and it looks like he's sizing up to this echo, puffing out his chest a little bit. Kind of puts his hand through it and realizes it's, it's not really tangible.
What color is he?
Like me.
I have heard of one that is orange and I forget the other color. There were 3.
Right. It's worth a shot. I'm trying to find places that my dad has visited.
He looks like a capable warrior. Sure you're proud.
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen him in 20 years. But
Is that a lot of your life?
I don't know. Because when
Do
we
you not know how old you are?
well, I'm 28,
Oh,
but my dad is well over 1,200 years old.
ha! He is a god!
A what?
Yeah, wrong word.
Conceptually, they could have conceived the idea even
Yeah.
if they haven't
If they don't
Paragon?
exist.
manifested.
Paragons,
No,
yeah.
Paragon.
Gatia.
Anyway, go ahead.
I don't really know. I could live to be that old, and I don't know if I want to live or outlive civilization, because I don't know of anybody who lives that long. But
That would be very lonely.
yeah,
Mm.
how long did your people live for?
Until the hunt takes them. Or at least that is what I'm told.
Right. That's a valid answer. I like that. I should start living by that. Because I don't know.
Sometimes it is not a very long time for some.
Right.
When the spirits of nature and the hunt come to claim you, it is time.
You're gonna live a nice long time, Uthal. Gonna give him a hearty pat on the back.
Why would you say that? What the fuck?
I plan to.
I meant that in all, like, good spirits. It just didn't.
I plan to take my sister's place when...
Oh. Do you feel like your sister is going to step down? Or...
No. No. I think she will be very stubborn and live a very long time. And I will be there to take her place when the hunt takes her.
Alright. This has been really nice, Uthal.
Hmm.
I'll be sure to come visit when you're in charge one day.
You should. We will have a feast.
What are you rolling?
Give me a perception roll.
What are you rolling, buddy?
Do your perception.
Well, I know, I'm working on it. 25.
Okay.
Wow.
He rolled a let's see. I think it's flat. Where's perception? Oh no, he rolled a 21.
Boom.
You do see far off in the distance, well, not too far because of the trees, but you see what looked like, what was the number that you rolled?
25.
20 what? Oh, beautiful. It looks like 2 fire elementals. And it looks like they're playing. Nothing's catching on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And with that high of a perception roll, you can tell. Uthal just sees what he assumes to be dancing fire, but you can tell by watching them they actually look like small quadrupedal animals or creatures, but still very much made of fire.
They're just playing?
Yeah, there's 2 of them, and they're kind of like bouncing back and forth at each other. There's a couple moments where you could get like a profile, and it has like a very long and pointed face with what look like 2 pointed ears that come off the top of the head. Got a tail, but they're very much just playing with each other. Are you gonna do anything? Or are you just gonna watch?
Have I learned enough about fire elementals to where I could discern if I could go talk to them and I'm not going to get lit on fire, or?
Well, you've observed people speaking primordial.
Right.
Like Tim speaks primordial, Cassidy speaks Ignis. Not Ignis. Was it? Terran, sorry. Ignis is the fire language. So you know that they don't necessarily respond to common. You don't know if they
Right.
understand it or not.
Okay.
They definitely don't speak it.
Right. Rena's gonna set her weapons down and cautiously walk over to them. Stay from a distance, she's not gonna like walk right up and reaching distance. So.
Yeah. About how many feet away would you say?
Oh god. Pulled up a character sheet. Like 10, 15 feet?
Okay. They don't seem to be paying much of mind to you. It actually seems like they back off a little bit but continue what they're doing. But at this distance, you could tell that their shape is roughly what you might consider a jackal to look like. And they're continuing to frolic, almost like as if they were a young pup with the way they're acting. Uthal kind of leans down next to you and he goes,
"It is probably not wise to play with dancing fire."
But they seem friendly.
To each other.
So, how, like, tall are they?
Standard, like, jackal, quadrupedal,
I don't
mammal
know
size.
what the standard jackal
Small
size is.
dog,
Okay.
or medium-sized dog.
Okay, so like Tally-ish.
Uh-huh.
Okay, alright,
Yeah.
cool.
Our dog's name is Tally.
Yeah.
Tally Zoravas Normandy, yeah.
I'm gonna, like, kind of kneel down a little bit. Nice.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
Nice.
Go
yeah.
right into the mic. Fucking ASMR quality, honestly.
It's my side hustle.
Shit.
And she's just gonna be like, "Hi, hello."
Give me an animal handling check. That's what we're going to use for this, because I've been so heavy on animal descriptors.
Oh, it's actually not terrible. 21. 21.
They're kind of bouncing back and forth at each other, and one of them catches notice of you, and it moves a little closer, and it's kind of like in this prancing stance, it's like ass up in the air, and it's kind of like leaned down, like it's kind of like it's about to pounce, but instead of pouncing, it doesn't make animal noises, but this crackling hearth noise that's coming off of them, the one that's kind of approaching you is just as the fire on its back raises a little bit, like it flares up.
I'm in danger.
At your beckoning, and it's in that trance positioning still.
Okay. She's gonna fully, I know, guys, get down on her knees and just like pat her thighs a little bit, like she's trying to call a dog, and be like, "Come here. I'm not gonna hurt you."
Give me another animal hand check.
I'm rolling high now. Finally, good. That's 22.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Like a Cyndaquil. The Cyndaquils do that. The other one is kind of like back off to the corner, like watching, and the one that's been approaching you, though, it like kind of like moves in place a little bit, like it's kind of going back and forth on its front paws. Remember, this thing's made entirely of fire, and
right.
But it starts to move closer to you, to where it's like right at your knees. It's not touching you, but it's like right there, and it's, while it doesn't have a face, you can tell the general shape, and it's kind of like leaning its head down, like half cowering, half about to pounce. You could see too, as you walk, while nothing's setting on fire, there are like black burn marks wherever it steps.
Okay. But it's like a foot in front of me, right? Give or take. Okay. Very, very slowly, reach her hand, not like this, like underhand.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give it scritches.
Okay.
It was not gonna hurt you. Like, you know.
Okay. You reach out and it lets you. You take 1 point of fire damage
It's worth it.
as your fingertips are singed by the chin of this.
Is that halved?
Do I even take that?
You can't take less than 1 damage, I don't think.
That's okay. That's fine. I still have 47 more.
Yeah, and you're about to take a long rest, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you scritch the chin of this flaming jackal, you feel the burn on your fingertips. And it's there for a minute, and it lets you. And then after a few moments, it backs up. And then the other one in the back just starts to... It's like it's trying to mimic barking, but it just comes out like a... as it's... looks like it's barking at the other one. And it backs off, and the two of them go and run off into the woods.
Oh, fire elemental pets. Damn it. It was worth it.
We don't have pet taming yet. We didn't reach that stretch goal on the Kickstarter.
Someone make a note. That should be when we go to when we finally go to Kickstarter.
See, Uthal? Nothing's wrong with them.
Perhaps this time.
They'll be back, and in greater numbers.
I just fell a little bit.
You say that again? You just fell what?
A little bit more in love with Newt Newt. For an Obi-Wan quote.
Me, who's never seen Star Wars.
You didn't have to say that.
Yeah, now you ruined it.
That's a pretty niche quote for someone who's never seen Star Wars.
I hear them say it all the time, so I think
Right,
that's where I
okay.
picked it up from.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you're quoting your friend's quotes.
Right.
More
Like, I was
Amber-
going to say, that's not like a I am your father. Like, that's pretty...
Mhm.
Yeah.
Amber and I are constantly quoting the Holy Trilogy, so.
Yes, well, and Obi-Wan's my favorite Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good Jedi.
Good old
So-
space Jesus.
I
So
thought that was
these-
Anakin.
It was worth it. I got
Sorry.
to pet the fire dog.
You did. So the fire jackals retreat off into the woods. You could watch them for a while, but they are, for all intents and purposes, leaving. And you come back to the campsite, and just as the sun is starting to breach the horizon. Fun fact, the jackals were running towards the sun.
Interesting. So I can't re-enter the hut, right?
No,
You can.
Oh, I can. Okay.
You were there for the casting. You can
Yeah.
come and go as you please.
Okay.
The only one who cannot is Tim.
All right. So I'm gonna grab 2 rocks, 2 like bigger rocks, I guess,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna hand them to Othal and say, "Go wake everybody up." And then she's gonna make a motion like this, like smashing the rocks together to make a really loud noise. I don't know. It sounded better in my head, guys.
He looks at the 2 rocks, chucks them on the ground,
Oh.
and he takes out his hammer and just smashes one of them with the hammer. It makes a much louder noise than you may have anticipated.
Ulrich fucking freaks the fuck out and scrambles up. Like, what the fuck was that? He's like looking all over.
As you're
See-
freaking out, you hear another. As he
What is
smashes the
happening?
other one.
Get it? Rock Crusher.
That's not my name.
That's a completely different guy.
I know, but it's that guy.
Wow, we're gonna have a racial sensitivity training in the measure, guys.
Just gonna sit up and
towards
say,
earthen and giant tending.
Tim's gonna have
person.
to write the HR stuff. Like, Tim is head of HR. Let's be honest.
gonna sit up. Ulrich, stop. It's just hammer time. Let him have it.
That was masterful.
That's a
Thank
clip.
you.
Clip it. Clip it
That's a
good.
clip.
Oh shit, I need to get back to that.
I think we've had a lot of very nice moments today.
Yeah.
Uthal, have I told you that you're my favorite?
You haven't, but thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
You're my favorite too.
Yay. I get my 1 point of HP back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can make or break something. I don't know.
So you all are woken up by the sound of Uthal demolishing some boulders.
Boulders?
Or
It's
no,
not
they were
just
very
a
large
boulder.
rocks.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
rock.
I don't
The
know that
pioneers
reference.
used to ride these babies for miles.
I don't know that reference,
SpongeBob.
but okay.
Krusty
That would be
Krab
why.
pizza is the
Is
pizza.
the pizza for you?
We're gonna get a copyright strike, guys. Calm
Oh,
down.
I'm so sorry. How am I supposed to eat this without my drink?
My diet Dr. Kelp.
Jesus. Damn.
Were we playing Dungeons and Dragons? My bad.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
we were
forget.
watching SpongeBob.
I thought I was hallucinating. Let's go.
All right. Are the fish still good? I know it was kind of through the night.
Oh no, did you prep them at all?
I mean, she probably would have. I didn't state it, but that's up to you.
Okay,
I
well
guess.
if you really think that she would have done so, then
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Salted, maybe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or left them to smoke over.
Could have
No,
smoked
just
them.
smoke. Mm-hmm.
That's safe. Does the will the tiny hut protect us from a fire?
Tim.
If it starts outside of it, yeah.
What if it starts inside of the hut?
I don't know. I imagine that we'd figure it out pretty quickly.
Yeah, you would. He's right. So what are we all doing as we rise for the morning?
I'm gonna ask Rena if I can have some of her fish.
Oh.
Breakfast.
You can have one.
Breakfast.
Okay, you know what? No, Cassidy, because I like you, you can have two.
I don't need to, but thank you.
Are you sure? They're really good fish. What kind of fish did I catch?
Just like some
Salmon.
say some
Salmon.
pike.
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 Mm-hmm. They come in a variety of sizes. Some fucking huge.
If
I'm
you
looking
skewered
up-
it for the roast, is that a pike on a pike?
Could be.
I'm looking up northern pike. Catch those in Canada.
There are cold conditions nearby.
We have plenty of food, so I suppose we're gonna eat. I don't know what else there is to say. Let's get going.
Eat and depart. How many days out are we from Grayson?
9.
9.
God.
All right, let's do that 9 times before the end of tonight, please.
Yes.
40 minutes. Go, 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 go.
Oh, guys, there was some like little
Damn,
jackal
y'all are lucky.
looking things last night, but they were on fire.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They were dead?
No. They were playing. I think elementals?
Oh.
And I got to pet one. She shows her fingers that are singed, or probably her whole hand because she gave it scritches.
Yeah, you probably got some blisters on your palm.
It was worth it.
Why would you?
I'm so glad you think it was worth it. Where'd they go?
To the sun. I'm not being cryptic. They actually went into the sun.
You went into.
How do you think
I
that
don't know.
is?
That's what Sky God told me.
What?
Brenna, are you allergic to the bleeding heart mushrooms?
Is your echo talking to you? I'm confused.
Nobody looked at me a couple weeks back, and I still don't know what to make of it, but
Nobody looked at you?
my echo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hasn't
That's
done it
weird.
since. Yeah.
Yeah, you never told anybody
Oh
about
yeah.
that.
Fuck, I thought I did.
No. No,
Yeah.
you've just been infatuated over it. You go off by yourself every time to see if
Yeah,
he does it
that's true.
again.
Yeah.
Do it
I
now,
didn't
do
know
it
if he
now.
was embarrassed.
Oh, it's not that he doesn't love you or anything. He's just really bashful. That's why he hasn't been here your whole life.
He's just so shy.
That's a private moment. That's
Yeah.
some private time.
He's just
Damn.
making sure he's got the best bucket of milk he could possibly bring back.
Holy shit.
He's gonna have a whole barrel.
That
he's
shit's
just
gonna
bring
be
back a
cheese by the
fucking
time.
cow. Who are you kidding?
It's gonna be cheese by the time he gets it back. What are you
He
talking
better
about?
bring a fucking horde with the resources he has access to. Like,
Okay, so we're all having fun, but in character, Rena did just kind of drop a bomb on us.
Yep.
Rena.
Hmm?
You realize how significant that could be, right?
I mean, I also could have been hallucinating. It was when
There was a lot of smoke inhalation.
yeah, it was right after I just tried to kill Myrna or whatever with that scroll thing that I had. So there's a good chance I could have just been hallucinating. So I don't know. I don't know. I want to believe it was real, but
I mean, okay. Well, it doesn't sound like there's a lot to be done about it right now, but we'll keep this in mind. We'll keep an eye out, right?
he.
I mean this as sincerely as possible. It's gonna come across as sarcastic though.
Oh god.
Good luck
okay.
with that.
Oh.
Like really. That's if you need any help, let me know.
You couldn't have thought of any other phrase to use with that big brain of yours, too.
I just woke up.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Articulation's not my strong point.
It's fine. Me either.
God damn.
That's why I have a rapier and some hand axes.
I've
And
got books.
That's true. Have you ever thrown a book at anybody?
How dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend.
I love that reaction. And for real, I feel that.
You know
Books
how
are
hard I have
treasure.
I have to work to bind these things? I'm not throwing them at people.
Well, I mean, they seem really sturdy and they're like super good quality. So, I just kind of assumed in a pinch, you could use one as a weapon if you really needed to.
Flattery will get you somewhere, but
Yes.
thank you. You're forgiven.
She actually does this. Like,
Oh my god. Alright.
can I sleight of hand another fish into his into his bag?
No.
Go for it. Sleight, well, yeah, sleight of hand, yeah.
Reverse pickpockets.
Total of 16.
Well, I didn't notice.
Yeah, your passive is pretty low, isn't it?
I rolled 2, just in case.
Wow.
Yeah, your passive 13, but yeah, there's fish in your bag. You don't know, but it's there.
Oh, I'll find out.
Which
Yeah.
bag?
I'm in and out of these bags often.
Is it at least a salted one?
Yeah, oh yeah. So he'll find out in a couple days.
Is it a book bag? Like,
Aren't all of his bags?
Roll 1d6.
All right. 5.
No, it is
Okay.
not.
That's fine.
Had you rolled any lower, it would have been.
Yeah, you got a variety of bags on you, don't you, buddy?
Yeah, that's where my winter clothes are. So they're just gonna stink.
Oh,
Hopefully we
Better
won't
than
need them
clothes.
again.
well, you never know.
Gotta unpack when we get to the village. What the fuck?
Really, Tim? Really?
Alright, I'm gonna scale Uthal again and we ride.
What?
I'm gonna scale Uthal again and we ride.
You gonna
Right.
ride on his shoulders?
Yeah!
Okay.
Well, he's not telling me no.
Well, no, he wouldn't. I just
Ooh.
you said again,
Oh, God, yes,
so I was
sorry.
like, wait.
Sorry.
She did it yesterday too
Uh,
for our
I must have
travels.
missed that, but it's
then,
fine.
But then I said he's not telling me no. And I'm like,
No,
Yeah,
I
that was
got
pretty
Uthal's
aggressive, I gotta
consent.
say.
That's Shall we have that conversation?
No,
No.
it's
Anyway.
not.
Does lack of denial constitute consent?
Let's see. I'm gonna roll something here. Cassidy, roll me a d20, please. Nice. All right, a 20. Noted. It may or may not come back to bite you in the ass.
For those of you that don't know, Kraken dice, their 20 is a Kraken. Very nice.
All right, so let's see. Let me take a look here. Okay.
Please don't find a way to make a nat 20 bad thing.
There are things I could say to that, but, you know.
Put yourself into a 3-day coma when you roll for Constitution. You're in combat while sleeping.
Yeah.
I actually have... Okay. Anyway. Alright. Who's gonna give me my first survival?
I'll do it.
Alright.
Been a
Show
while.
me what you got.
Oh, damn. That's a synthetic 20, my guy.
Ooh. Good.
Meant to be.
It's a good first half of the day. The weather is sunny, by the way. It's actually a very nice day. Let's see. Let me check something really quick before I say what I'm... Actually, wait a minute. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Rena.
I didn't do it.
I.
And if I did, let me roll stealth because that's not fair.
Rena.
Yeah.
You are walking through the forest with your group. You're on Uthal's back. You have a high vantage point from up here. And you go through moments where the trees kind of thin out a bit, and you're just going across, grass and dirt, typical terrain. As you are approaching one of these areas where the trees are a little more sparse, I would like you to give me a perception roll, please.
The dice are being good to me today. 25.
Holy shit!
I rolled a 19. They don't want to give me that
Okay.
extra one, but I'll take it.
So, sorry, I had to double check something. Out ahead of you, in this place where the trees are not so dense, you see a humanoid form on its side. You rolled a 25. That is exceptional.
Who the fuck is this?
Their skin stands out immediately. Well, actually, the first thing you notice is they're naked. No clothes. Their skin is alabaster with coral colored birthmarks all over, like modeled all over their body. It is clear to you, again, you rolled really high, they are feminine. They have a feminine form. There's nothing covering them, like from the elements or anything. It's just a person laying there. They don't seem to be moving. And another detail that stands out is off the back of her head where there would be hair. It kind of looks like tendrils, kind of. Like I don't want to use the word tentacles because that's incorrect. They're not tentacles. They're like just tendrils is the best word. But they are the same color as the rest of her body. But they just seem to be laying there dirty, just on the ground. You spot this before anybody else.
I am springboarding off of Uthal, if at all possible, and
Sure.
running over there.
You're gonna run to the individual.
Mm-hmm.
You approach them, and their eyes are shut, mouth slightly open. They are laying on their side, and you notice that they have 2 horns come up out of the front of their head. Little ones come out to like a sharp point. The horns themselves are of a very, very dark brown color. What are you gonna do?
Do I recognize?
No.
No. Oh. I know it's probably kind of stupid, but check if they're breathing.
Give me a medicine check.
Do we all see Renna running off?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, all are
Chases after.
a few paces behind.
It's 18 total.
18 total.
Mm-hmm.
Shallow breathing. But she is breathing, and you can see a little more of her face. She has round. Her face is round with soft, gentle features. But just completely motionless other than the shallow breathing.
Renna's yelling for Tim.
On the way.
I'm gonna take off my cloak and put it over her also.
Oh.
Because
good.
That's decent of you.
Yeah.
If you didn't, Tim was going to, and he's probably going to find the fish. So you staved that off for a while longer.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
She's
Tim, what do you
she's
do?
kind of breathing. A little bit.
Is that not fear?
Fear had alabaster skin, but she did not have these this modeling of pink or coral colored skin.
Fear was also bald, right? Or am I? Thought she
I
was.
don't think. No, I don't think she was bald.
Oh,
Oh
no.
fuck! Now I'm forgetting.
Anyway.
Her horns were different. Ulrich, similar shape, but Fear's were longer.
That's why I kind of freaked out at first, because I was just like...
Yeah.
Okay.
No, understandable, but no, her Fear's horns were longer than this, but a very similar shape, though. Good call out.
What's the color of the modeling? Is it different colors or is it like pinkish?
Coral, like a coral.
I don't know what
pink.
coral is. Okay.
It's like a soft pink.
Like a soft-
Coral could be like orange as well, I think.
That's true. It's more.
It's an array.
Well, that yeah.
Oof. She'll probably be fine. I got a 10 on the medicine check.
What are you trying to do?
Is she stable, dehydrated? Why is she passed out in the forest? Or any medical reason for it? Just kind of checking things over. I assume that's why I was called.
You know more about medical stuff than Rena does, so... She was just like, Tim, help.
Just a reference to the color I'm referring to. I posted it in our Discord DM. So that on Lake Alabaster. It's kind of odd. It looks like she hasn't moved for a while whenever she ended up here. She's made an imprint in the ground laying here. You don't see anything visible that would have caused her to be laying here for what you assume to be days.
Okay.
If she has been laying here this long, it would be easy to deduce that she's probably malnourished, probably. But yeah, as you can see, unresponsive right now. She's not reacting to your voices or anything like that.
So pop open the eyelids and see if the pupils react.
You do so, and they do react to the daylight. The pupils of her eyes are larger than normal also, and the color of her eyes is a severely light blue. It's like almost white.
This is strange. I've heard about people being found. Never
Like
thought I'd
Katie?
find.
Like Katie?
No, like you.
Fair enough.
Katie
Like
was out and
Earth.
about. She was there.
But she looks like us. She's...
Yeah. But different.
Goran Earth was also somebody who was found walking out of the forest one day.
Rena's kind of like... I'm assuming we probably rolled her on her back. You said she was on her side, right?
She was on her side. If you
Okay.
were to move her to her back, she'd remain unconscious. But you could do
Sorry.
that easily.
Alright,
You
cool.
would
Smack my
see,
mic.
you would definitely see the imprint left by her form in the ground.
Mhm.
Not like a deep one, but enough to be like I said, she's been here for a couple of days. Like it's probably rained at some point to create an outline around her.
Tim, do you have all the things you need to make that potion that Talia made? Maybe that would help.
It might, but Cassidy can do it on the fly.
Oh yeah, heals.
DM, do I have all the
Sorry.
things for that potion?
I wouldn't say that you have everything. You do have the key ingredient being the blushing bride flower.
The rest should be
Uh,
manageable around the village, right?
Right. That's the key ingredient. That's the hard to find thing. With enough time, you could probably find the rest of what you need in the forest on your, in your travel. So
I didn't
Yeah.
mean to forget that you know how to heal, Amber. My brain just short-circuited. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I just
oh, you can't hear you.
I didn't want you to feel like you couldn't call on me.
Right.
It's either potion or bust.
My brain was just like, make the potion.
We might need that potion. Yeah.
Can I get the size of her? Does she look like anyone, Rarissa or Sora, like their spare clothes or anything might fit this woman? She's exceptionally tall. I imagine the blouse might be a little big on her, but
so she's average. She's average height. She's not exceptionally tall. She's not. You know what? She's probably a little shorter than Rena. What's Rena's height?
We're both 5'9".
Yeah, so this person might be a couple inches shorter.
That's all right. You can roll up the legs.
It's kind of hard to tell because she's laying down. She's down on the ground, but
yeah, I have my spare clothes.
Okay. Cassidy, if you join me. Rena, leave those clothes, please. Everyone else, step back. I'd like to do a more thorough examination just to be sure. Give her some privacy.
Yeah.
And we'll see about rousing her from sleep. Otherwise, I'll call on Lilius. Maybe she'll answer.
Just beware when I heal her. If she wakes up.
If she wakes up, what?
She doesn't know who we are or that we mean her well.
I think we can both communicate that to her.
Mm-hmm.
The Goliaths should stand way back. You gentlemen are great, but you're also intimidating.
Maybe even out of sight, like behind?
Yeah, behind the trees.
Yeah.
They listen. They kind of look at each other and they're like,
Rena,
okay. Yeah.
Rena waves by to Athal.
He's watching you when you wave bye to him. He's just like he's keeping eyes on you as he's walking away. Like it's a little weird finding people in the woods, so he doesn't. He's kind of giving I don't know how I feel about this kind of vibe, but he follows.
All right, so I'm gonna regular cure wound.
You're gonna cast regular cure wounds. Oh
yeah,
wait,
just at level.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Go on ahead. That sounds good.
What's that?
For starters, I'll just. Oh me, oh. 5.
5. Or 5 hit points.
Yes, 5.
Okay. You hit her with this spell, and it takes a moment, but her eyes flitter open, and she looks at both of you, and her eyes kind of go wide, and she tries to scramble back a little bit, but she can't really. She doesn't move too far.
I'm gonna hold my hands up as soon as she starts to scramble and go, hey, I'm Cassidy. I just healed you.
What was that, Tim?
Tim does the same thing, hands up, and he'll start to try and communicate with her.
Yeah, she scrambles back and.
Sorry to interrupt, but I feel like I should do this pretty sooner than later. I'd like to use my primeval awareness. Post in chat.
Right. Yeah, you sense elementals.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool. Good to know. Thank you.
She doesn't say anything. She's just trying to move back a little bit, but it looks like she's having a little bit of trouble doing so.
Rena, did you manage to get her a outfit set up?
Yeah, she would have left it out after Tim suggested it.
All right. I'll pick up the clothes and hand them to her and say, here.
In backing away, she's made no attempt to keep the cover on her. You hand her the clothes, and she kind of you hold them out to her, and she kind of recoils a little bit, reaches her hand out, and kind of like goes to take them, but she's not sure. Like she's continuing to be hesitant.
Are you hurt anywhere?
What was that, Rana?
No, you're good. You're good.
She looks at you, Tim, and just has a look of fear and confusion.
We didn't mean to scare you. We saw you laying here and we got worried. Are you okay? Her head whips to you, and you start to talk, and she's kind of like, her attention's away from the clothes now, and she looks at you, Rena, and there's even more confusion, and she reaches up and she touches the horn on her head, but there's still confusion there. There are two horns, by the way. She touches the one. My name's Rena.
Can we...
Do you want like a persuasion or anything like that, or?
Hold on.
Could I do a wisdom or insight medicine check on her again?
All right, hold on. So let's do. You do persuasion roll, Rena, and Tim. What are you attempting?
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with her. She's not speaking. She seems like she can't get away from us.
Okay, give me. You know what? Give me a perception roll.
I got a 10 on the persuasion.
She's not recoiling from your words. Like she's listening to what you're saying, but she's not really acting on it.
Right.
What'd you get, Tim?
I got a 14.
Okay, that's good. So you rolled pretty high on the medicine earlier too, didn't you?
No, I rolled pretty low on medicine.
Oh, okay, you did, Trish. Okay. So Tim, it looks like she's having trouble communicating. Like she like isn't speaking. Like you hear when she like gasps, you could hear sound, but she's not forming any words. Like there's just fear. There's no like guttural noises or anything. Rena, because of your high medicine roll earlier, she is having trouble moving because she does not have the strength.
Can I give her another heal?
If you wish. What is this?
Cure
range?
Wounds is touch.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word, which is ranged, so I don't have to touch her, and it works out to another 5.
Okay.
And now,
go ahead. No, please go ahead.
I'm gonna take out my water skin, just kind of pour some in my mouth to show her, drink it, and then like toss it next to her so as not to get any closer because she seems like she's frightened enough.
Okay. You can give me a persuasion roll, please, Tim.
Love charisma rolls. You know what? That's not terrible. That's it's average. 11.
Okay. Go ahead, Ulrich. What's up?
She left like an imprint in the ground, right? Without getting too close to her, could I look around for other tracks or something that might tell me how she ended up here?
Yeah, you can give me a survival roll to see if there's anything surrounding.
Rena's gonna, look at her horns.
Mm-hmm.
And then just kind of like pause. And then just be like, my name's Rena, but in Infernal.
Okay.
Sorry, continue.
I'll answer that in a second.
Sorry.
Ulrich, what did you roll?
13.
Okay. The only tracks that you're finding are animal tracks. Nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. There is a dead patch where she was laying, though. Like,
Right.
you know for certain that she was there for multiple days. At least days, long enough to kill whatever vegetation was under her. So she was blocking whatever was underneath her from the sun long enough that it's like yellow and brown.
Right.
So, she doesn't verbalize to you, Rena, but she does perk up when she hears you speak in that tongue. It kind of something you notice like makes her like perk up, but she still doesn't use words.
She's sorry.
There is between what you did and what Cassidy did with the extra healing, she's still on guard, but there's a little more ease, a little more to her person.
Can you understand me? Obviously, I'm Infernal.
She see if she ended. Give me a perception roll, Rena.
It's a total of 15.
So she's forming the words with her mouth, and it takes her a minute, but eventually she repeats. It sounds like she repeats part of your name, but this is not like she's trying to figure out how to make sound. She is trying to figure out how to make words.
Oh, shit.
That silliest thing I think I've said today. Find out how to make words. But it's like when a child learns to talk for the first.
Okay.
Rena, can you convince her to drink some water? That might help.
I can try.
Yeah, it'll be another persuasion roll.
She'll, I don't know, I guess take out her own water skin, sip it, hand it, and say, "It's water. You must be thirsty."
Okay, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
Please be good at this.
Persuasion.
I'm just, I feel like I'm gonna just whiff I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Because that would have just been a total of 6, so I'm not doing that. Okay, that's better. 13?
Okay. Because of your already established loose line of communication, and this seems like some sort of acknowledgement of familiarity, I'll say the DC is lower for this, and she reaches over to your water skin and she takes a sip, takes another sip, and then realizes this is the best thing she has ever put drank and just devours the entire water skin of its contents. Like it's like someone who just walked out of a desert with no water.
You'll lean over and say thank you. The hardest part of being any sort of doctor is convincing your patients to take their medicine.
She's gonna reach into her pack and sorry, Tim. Look for a fish and break a piece off, bite it, hand it to her.
Hold on.
That's so cute. You're teaching her how to human.
Yeah.
She watches you intently as you eat this food and then hand her some, and she's like, okay, you don't gotta tell me twice, and she snatches it out of your hand, almost like ravenously, like it's more and more clear she's been here for a while and she is starving.
I'm gonna grab my cloak that was left on the ground, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And like slowly walk over to her, like holding it up, and put it around her if she'll let me.
I will say that she is so distracted with consuming this fish that you get to her, and by the time you've got it around her, she flinches, and then she's like, oh, okay, this is good. and just keeps eating. And now that you are this close to her, and I would have mentioned this sooner, but I'm just not thinking about the tendrils that come off the back of her head. It's like they are a part of her person. Like it's not hair. It is like an extension of her head that come down in these like not wispy, but these thin tendrils of this alabaster. Yeah, doing it. Alabaster and light powder pink skin. She is eating the food provided. She does not shirk off the cloak put around her. And
I'll hand her another fish.
Okay. Oh yeah, she's got the one she's working on in one hand and just grabs the other and holds on to it almost protectively, like you've given it to her. Like none of you are displaying you're gonna take it, but she's just kind of like, oh, this is my fish, and she keeps eating.
Just like me.
And you all stand around this girl as she is speechlessly eating and consuming someone who has been in need of help for some time. And we will end our session there. Great job.
This is gonna really fuck up our plans.
Also, hi there.
Hi there.
Thank you for the following.
Oh, there.
Or follow.
Yeah. If anyone is coming in new, and has no idea what's going on, like, at all, on our YouTube and podcast platforms, we have The Adventure Continues. Yeah, our show, The Adventure Continues, where we talk about what we're doing, and you can use it to catch up.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do things. I will host. It's usually runs anywhere from like an hour to 2 hours. It'll be me and whatever members of the crew are able to come along and make comments on what the hell is going on.
Yeah, so you can get a crash course in
the last 2 episodes, essentially.
Yeah.
So, but yes, all the new people, thank you so much for the follows. We are so grateful to have you here, and I hope you enjoyed your time. This Friday, we will be streaming the next episode of The Adventure Continues, and this VOD will be up on Thursday on YouTube, or else Sora has to dress like a chicken for next session. The audio podcast form of the show will be up on Spotify and other major podcasting platforms on Friday. And am I missing anything?
Not unless you want to be.
Have a wonderful night and sleep well, everyone.
And another Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Goodbye, my
Love you all
friend.
so much.
2025.
Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye bye.